Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Craft World Live. I was just checking, making sure we're live. It looks like we are already. So, how are you? How's your Friday? It is Friday. It's the end of the week. Are you excited for the weekend? Well, I can tell you I'm very excited because we've been predicted snow. I'm in the east of England and we never ever get the snowstorms. And we've got some coming this weekend, hopefully. So I'm really giddy at the moment, actually wishing away some of my week to get there. We have also got something else very exciting this weekend. We are now launching the brand new Simply Made Crafts by Helen Griffin. It's just absolutely beautiful. She's going to take you through some amazing demonstrations. But of course, we do have a giveaway. We don't have one giveaway, actually. We have 3 giveaways. Okay, so all you need to do is be commenting on the comment feed under this live video if you're watching live. So it's 12:30 on Friday, the 5th of February. Now, comment anything. There's no question, there's no correct answer, just your name, where you're coming from, what you're doing whilst you're watching, how much you love this new collection. That's it. You are then in with a chance of winning. We will be picking the winners at the end of the hour. That is over £285 worth of product we're giving away this hour. Isn't that amazing? You will have seen through the week there's been competitions and giveaways running on the Craft Stash Facebook page as well. The winners should have been announced for those, so if you did enter those, make sure you check those out. But stay here for the sneak peek, the whole preview, in fact, of the new collection, and of course the demonstrations. Now, please tag, please share, please comment, please make sure your friends know you are watching as well, and send Helen some love, because this is an amazing new collection and we want to make sure all you crafters out there are aware of it. Let's go and say a very quick hello to Helen straight away. She's waiting in the wings so we can see her lovely face before we go to the demonstration area. Hello, Helen, how are you? She's there. She is there. She's not. Maybe she's not. Maybe she's got a few connection problems. I'm not sure. We can see you, Helen. We can't hear you. So, oh, hello? There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. I was just saying I'm also excited about the snow because I'm not too far from you, so it's just across. So hopefully you can send some our way a bit further west.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'll be out there blowing it your way as well. So the new collection, I'm going to preview it now for everybody, but we're going to come back and see some wonderful demonstrations in a moment. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Brilliant. Okay, we'll do that. So Helen's going to be getting ready to do these demonstrations, which I'm really excited for. We always know that Helen's demonstrations are amazing. She makes these beautiful 3D items very often. Did you catch her craft along on Wednesday where she did the beautiful mini album? I was watching that and so inspired to start getting out and doing things off the page as such, away from card making for a change. But let's have a look at this new collection. Let's come down to my desk. I'm going to say hello to a few people in a moment. I can see all your comments coming through. Now, first thing I need to mention is this collection does have a freebie with it. We all love a freebie. Now, this stamp set is absolutely beautiful. It is brand new. And when you are spending over £25 on anything from the brand new A Grand Day Out collection, okay, you're going to get this stamp set. Now, I trialed this on Craft Stash. You don't need a code. You don't need to put it into your basket. If you simply put, let's say, so this item comes to just over £25 anyway, I believe. I think it's this one. I popped that into my basket. I went to checkout. Automatically, this was put in at £0, 0 pence. How quick and easy is that? So make sure you're just topping up your basket to over £25 using the new A Grand Day Out collection. Now let's see what else is in the collection. We've got this stamp set that has the happy birthday, you're invited, a special day, hats off to you. You'll see why that's relevant in a moment. A Grand Day Out, surprise. There's tickets in there as well, beautiful frames. It's beautiful. And that works perfectly with the labels and banners die set as well. So you can mix and match those. I'd definitely be putting that in. If I'm buying anything and getting my free stamp set, make sure you pop this in so you can cut out those sentiments really perfectly. Now, where do we start with this? I've got a lot of product here. I'll quickly whiz through it all and then Helen's going to come back. I know she's got some finished examples. I can see they're ready to show us already. Now, handbags by design. This is beautiful. Now, can you see this is a gorgeous sort of the fold over bit, the closure for a really unique handbag set. Now, you know Helen is so amazing at creating and designing these fantastic 3D elements. Okay, I don't know how her brain works. It's fantastic. I'm hoping we're going to get some examples of these as well. This handbag, it is absolutely beautiful. So we've got that die set there. There's 6 dies in there. We've got 10 dies in this next one, and this one is called Putting on My Top Hat. So this is another die set, and we have the gloves included. Now there's quite a few hats in here and hat boxes, so I'm hoping Helen's going to run us through the difference with all of them. So we've got that die set there. This coordinates beautifully with that top hat as well. We've got the Steampunk Editions die set. How amazing. I love anything steampunk. Cogs and gears and all of the mechanics, all that sort of vintage, industrial. I adore it. Imagine these embossed in gold or just cut from mirror card maybe. These are going to work really well with the other elements that you're seeing, more of the bases that we're seeing throughout these die sets. Picnic basket here. Now, of course, you can't have a grand day out without taking a picnic, can you? And we have here the die set to create that picnic basket. Again, I'm guessing that's the handle here. We have, in fact, I'm going to bring in, because it seems to work together really well. So the picnic basket is going to, of course, be bigger than you can see on here. In fact, it says here the largest die is 11, just over 11 by nearly 20 centimetres. So that's kind of filling this space inside the packet here. But included with this, or rather as an addition, a perfect accompaniment, is the basket weave embossing folder, and it is an A4 embossing folder, so you're going to be able to emboss all of your panels before you put them together. That goes really well with that picnic basket. Now, where did you get that hat die set? I'm really intrigued by this one because even just looking at it, I can't work out how it goes together. So, again, fingers crossed, Helen's got some fantastic examples to show us anyway, but this looks amazing. Okay, I can see you've got the slant in there, so very, very exciting. Again, I mean, I'm not putting much pressure on Helen, but I just want to see absolutely everything and see it all made. We've got the hat box die set as well here. So, of course, if you've got hats, you need boxes to put them in. You've got beautiful florals with this set too. And so that's a really heavy one, so 10 dies in there. I think there's a lot of metal in there, I believe. I'll do my hellos in a moment when we go over to Helen. We've got another embossing folder here. Now, this is called the mock croc. I love that word, mock croc. So you can see you've got that that real texture that you can put onto fabric. This is going to be absolutely perfect for things like your hats that you're creating. Now, Helen, can you still hear me, or have you muted yourself? I'm not sure.
Still here. I made a bit of noise, but I did mute it for that.
Oh, thank you. I'm just wondering, we've got the loaf tin box die set here. Can you just explain to me what this does, what it creates?
Okay, so as it is, it's basically a loaf tin, like a cardboard version of it.
Okay.
So you can make that into a lovely presentation gift box.
Wow.
So you can pop scones in there if you're putting a cream tea gift set together. Puff pastry, mince pies fit perfectly. On those you can fit about 4 in there. You can fill it with cookies if you have them the right size. You can because it's more or less for home cooking and things like that.
Yeah.
You can put shop bought things in there as well, but if you were sizing up your cookies, just go to your cookie cutters, find the right size of what's going to fit inside your loaf tin after you put it together, and then you can fill it all with cookies. And there is a bundle on the Craft Stash website where it comes with a pack of cellophane bags as well, so you can package up your homemade goodies and just put it together as a gift, because in that set you also get the tags, get the lovely heart, so you can make it look like Scandinavian feel, and you even get a lovely bow die set in there as well.
Wow.
So when we pair that up with the other die sets, the additions that will make the lid to go on top to turn it into a picnic basket, because it is the perfect shape.
Okay.
If you want to take it one step further, you have the basket weave embossing folder as well.
Yep.
Just to give it that finishing touch as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I can work out the hats and things. A hat's a hat, and I was just thinking, I'm not sure on that. So thank you so much. And now this is, I'm blown away by these. This has to be, hell, I've got to say, probably my favourite 12 by 12 paper pad ever that I've ever seen. And I'm not exaggerating. This is just stunning. When I flick through this quickly, do you love it?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially the pages at the beginning are perfect for all of these makes. But then as we go further back, there are so many like mini album and scrapbook page potential in the ones further to the back. So you'll see what I mean when you get there.
Okay. So I just want wallpaper in every single one. I want a dress in this. Next wedding I go to, hopefully it won't be too long, I want a dress in this pattern. I might have to see if I can get one made. This is stunning. That's got like hints of gold. I know it's not actually foil, but it looks as if there's actually gold printed on the cardstock.
Yes.
And the wood grain, I see what you mean now. We're looking at 12 by 12 scrapbooking, aren't we?
Yes.
That is amazing. I don't know how you come up with these ideas. That these are so pretty. Everyone, these are beautiful. This paper pad is not going to hang around. You've got the gold in there as well. We're repeating, aren't we? We have 2 of each. Is that correct?
Yes, they're simple sided.
There we go.
They're all made, so you get 2 of each for each pattern. So
there we
if
go.
this is your absolute favourite, make sure you get 2 packs.
Oh,
so if I
definitely.
come across a favourite paper pad, I always buy more than 2 because, once they're gone, you don't know if they're coming back.
No, of course. And I don't think these ones are going to hang around for very long either. And they are absolutely beautiful. So that is the collection, A Grand Day Out. I'm going to do a very quick hello before we go over to demonstration. I'll whiz back to the beginning of some of the comments. Hello to Terry Kelly, to Holger Hoy, to Deborah Plowman, to Beverly Miller, to Maureen Gore. Some of these names I recognise from week after week. Thank you so much for supporting us and for being here every week. We love to see your names pop up. Lynn Clifton has said hi Lou, hi Helen. Hopefully some of these names that I'm reading, I'll be reading out at the end when you win that giveaway. Okay, so there'll be 3 people that we'll be reading out. This will be both from Facebook, from Craft World, and as well from YouTube. We have all 3 platforms live at the same time, so we'll pick a commenter from each to win a selection of these new goodies. Now we want to get to demonstration, of course, so let's jump straight over to Helen. Are you ready for us, Helen?
Yes, I'm ready. I've got all my samples out here.
Amazing. There we go. Oh, wow.
Where should I start? I have everything here. I have loads more that are at Hochanda at the moment. So I think Lou does have a couple of photos of some of the really good ones to show you a bit later on.
I do.
Because I made this excellent steampunk hat with some Nouveau crackle mousse. Here we go. So you'll be able to, you may have seen me on social media wearing that hat. So
yeah, I'm going to get that right now so we can have a look at it. Just bear with me a minute and I'll grab that one because it is absolutely.
Let's see the decks a little bit. So this is the one I made live on air at on one of the Hochanda shows. So it was basically just a really quick version of the one I made previously. So I did a nice it's a silver mirror card. I made some distressed inking techniques on there. We've got the steampunk editions, and again it is a gift box, so you can pop stuff in there.
Oh, so clever. Shall we have a quick look at that other steampunk one? I've got it here. Here we go, everybody. Sorry that's not fitting on the screen quite as well, but that is just beautiful. So this is the steampunk one. It's got feathers, so it's a bit similar, but it's got another top hat on top.
Yes, so in the die set you can make a miniature top hat too. So you have 2 little die sets there. So you can make a tiny one, and again you can make that little tiny top hat into a working gift box as well.
Oh, brilliant. I've fallen in love with the whole collection, honestly. There we go, we're back to you, sorry.
There, you can see the crackling effect on there. Okay, so that is the top hat. And there are some other pictures that we can show. I don't know whether you have time to upload those as well, but I made a St. Patrick's version too.
Okay, I'll grab that while you show us what you've got in front of you then.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly move over to the hat box actually, because this kind of works with the St. Patrick's. So this hat here, this top hat, will fit in this beautiful round hat box. So I know they don't exactly match, but you can coordinate them as you go along. So I have a top hat in here as well. This one is themed for a wedding. All it needs is a white ribbon around there, and you have your gentleman's wedding top hat.
Of course. These would make amazing favour boxes and things on the tables, wouldn't they?
They will, yes, especially if you're giving presents away to all the groomsmen and all that. So that fits in there perfectly.
Wow, so clever. You thought of everything. I do have the St. Patrick's ones if you want to see those. Okay, so here they are. Look, I mean, I'm assuming these are the ones you mean. They look very much like St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, I made the four-leaf clover just from some heart dyes. And the rest was just green glitter card and gold card.
So clever.
Are just squares. They're really easy to do. So, and again, that little top hat there, it opens up, and I've popped in some gold coins.
Oh, of course, yeah. Wow. I mean, they really are so versatile, aren't they?
Yes. So moving back now to the hat box, we have ladies' hats here. So this is where did you get that hat?
Ah, yes, this is the one I really wanted to see because I could see it had the slant in it. That's really clever.
We'll be making this today.
Fantastic.
And this also fits inside the hat box, depending on how much you embellish it, of course.
Of course.
that fits in there as well. So both hats fit in there. And this hat here, I've made that into an easel card, but you can... There's two different ways you can make your hats into cards. So this is just basically a standard stand-up one, or you could do the whole shebang and make it into a proper easel. And then we have, is this a gift box? Yes, this is one of my first ones I did. So it's very plain. It was just experimenting. But you can also turn that into a gift box as well.
Oh,
that's
wow.
really handy. So staying on with, there's so much to show you. Staying with this hat box, if you use the lid and turn it over and use one of the trims, you can turn this into a cake stand. Hoping you can see that.
Oh, wow. That's... Now, this sort of thing, do you have this idea when you're designing, or is it just that you get the dies and then realise afterwards, you can also do?
It's around 50-50. So I have all of my ideas, and then I get the die set, I start playing, and then I'm like, I could do this. I could do that. So I thought I'd make a nice little cake stand. And I've got, this is one of my butterflies, actually. I have the die set here. I have fished it out.
Is that the one that's with the bows? Yes.
It's the butterfly with the bow. So that is the big bow die set.
That is beautiful. I love that butterfly bow. I think that's absolutely stunning.
So it finishes it off really nicely, doesn't it?
It does, absolutely. And like you say, if you're doing a special afternoon tea, obviously it's going to be a small gathering at the moment, but if you are, this is just going to be perfect to personalise everything.
Yes, and you can also use it as a hat stand as well.
Of course.
Just pops in there. And what I do need to do is I need to reinforce this cake stand. I'm going to put some wooden rods just here and just there, just to keep the sturdity there so it doesn't wobble.
Do you know what? I was thinking these papers are very much like the colours in my bedroom, and that cake stand that you've just done I think would work really well on my dresser to hold my jewellery, because I just take my jewellery off at night and pop it in.
Just overnight, put the heavy things at the bottom and the lighter things at the top, so that would be absolutely perfect. Right, so what should we move on to next? So do we need to look at the hat and any more further detail? This is where did you get that hat? So we're going to be making this today anyway.
Oh, lovely.
So that's going to be in there. Okay, so should we move on to the picnic basket?
I do have a quick image to show you of one here with some green on this one. So I'll just pop this across first. So there's one example of it. So this has got that really beautiful paper that we saw with the gold flecks in as well, and the bow on it, and then some green. I can see how it looks like the picnic basket absolutely perfectly. It's really you're so clever.
Thank you.
You really are.
So this is absolutely lovely. This one I've put it through with the embossing folder. So I've done a double layer. So the embossing detail is on the inside.
Oh, well, that's really... Oh, do you know what? Finer details like that make it look so professional.
Thank you. And what I've also done is I've added the trellis on. I did make a few without, but then I kind of was looking at them thinking it was a bit plain, it needed something extra, but the minute I put on the trellis on the top, it just literally finished it off. So all I have to do now is add my tags and maybe put a bow on one of them as well, like you saw from one of the examples. So these two are still a work in progress, but still I'm pretty happy. You know, if I was you know, in a bind and I had to do a quick gift, I could literally just grab this, personalize it, put some treats in it, and off it goes to the recipient. You know, I could fill that with sweets, cakes.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you make
macaroons.
little biscuits and things and pass them around to people as gifts, they're just going to be perfect. If anyone is making from home, if you're a baker or something, and this is your job, your profession, these are going to be the perfect way to gift wrap those sweet treats, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And what I really want to do is do like a red gingham version and do a cream tea. Like a gift set.
Oh, Helen,
like
I've not had lunch yet.
Oh, sorry. I'll stop talking about food then.
Oh, don't. I know what I'm having for lunch now. I'm going to go and get some scones and things.
Okay, so moving on, I'm going to quickly show you one of these first. This is the big bag. This is the big sister.
The big sister. I think we're frozen for a second, but we'll be back in a moment. I'm sure you'll be back.
This is the big sister. Am I back yet?
We've got your sound. We just don't have the image. It's not caught up. But we can see that you can talk about it. We can see it. You're holding it while we wait for it to catch up.
Am I back? Oh, I did freeze. I can see the catch up. Okay, so this is the big sister. This is the luxury handbag, and this was brought out just over a year ago. So it's a functioning bag, and because it's got these special darts in it, it makes the bag extra roomy. Now, this gave me a headache trying to work this out, but I got there.
Yeah, I can imagine, because I look at all of your dies and I think, how did you even begin to design that? So
it took me all day. I've kept the prototype. It took that much work.
Oh wow.
But we've taken the same concept and we used it for the telephone box as well. So that was what gave us the lovely telephone box lid. But back to the bags, we have the baby sister, which also has the same shape. So am I back now? Am I still frozen?
No, we still can't see you. So
oh, okay. I can't think of what the problem might be.
I think it's just so many people on the internet at the moment. It may work. That may be it.
Possibly. I've just disabled the camera and I've restarted it.
There we go. We have you back.
Is it back?
Yes, we're back.
Oh, that's
Thank you very much for doing that.
Okay, I'm back. So here is the big sister. So these are the darts I was talking about.
Yes.
Let me know if I disappear again and I'll see if I can fix it. And this is the baby sister.
They're lovely. And do you know what? I really love that cardstock you've used there, because it's just so elegant.
It's my new favourite. It is. I'm sure I have it handy because I try. Here we go. This is Sage by Foundations Creative Expressions Foundations card, and they've brought out a new pearl card range, and it's double-sided as well. It's 230 GSM. This is also available at Craft Stash. They also do it in a light pink as well.
Wow. Okay, so yes, that's available at Craft Stash. Then I would jump on that, because now you've mentioned it and we've seen it.
Yeah.
It's gonna go. Be quick.
I stocked up. Okay, so this is wonderful. I'm gonna put this aside now. Just love how those go together. But you can make different bags out of it.
That's gorgeous.
Styles.
Stunning.
So this was using the A4 Mop Rock embossing folder as well. We're gonna be demonstrating this bag as well.
Oh,
today.
I can't wait to see that.
And I've done a bit of contrast here with the embossing folder with some rose gold satin.
I'd happily have that on a night out. I'd happily carry one. Okay, it can't be raining, but I'm sure you could see it.
Well, there is one thing you can do. If you were watching my live craft along, I'm seeing if I can find it here. If you use that Sizzix stuff, the Sizzix roll.
Oh yes,
yes. Paper leather. Now I do have a hexagon clutch bag as well that I've made out of this stuff, and it works really well. You do have to use a glue gun to get it together.
Of course.
But you could literally make a handbag that you can use using this Sizzix stuff. This is the Sizzix texture roll.
Can you emboss that?
I need to try it. It says you can, I think.
Because I'm thinking that with your embossing folders would be stunning.
So if you have any experience with Craftex, which is pretty much very similar to what this is. This can go through the wash. You can wash it, you can sew it, you can distress it on the back here, and they have loads of different coloured rolls that you can go for as well. I think there's a rose gold, there's a silver, so there's loads of choices there, but I do need to test it with the embossing folder.
Great.
So, okay, I'm going to clear the decks now so we can jump on
I'll just
first demo.
I'll just pop back and run through the offers that we've got. So Helen's just getting ready for a demonstration. Now we have got the brand new A Grand Day Out from Simply Made Crafts today. It is stunning. We've just had a really in-depth look at some of the projects that you can be making with it. We have the amazing, I can't put this away, the amazing paper pad as well. It is so pretty, so beautiful. But if you're spending over £25 on this collection, you're going to get the free, let me find the stamp set, it's down the bottom here, free stamp set, and that just pops straight into your basket at checkout. You don't have to do anything as long as you've got over £25 worth in your basket of the new collection. So really quick and simple, and it just means you won't forget to add that as well. Now, we are, though, giving away a selection to 3 people who are watching today. Whether you're watching on YouTube, Craft World, or on Facebook, we're going to choose a winner from each platform. So you choose your favourite, sit over there, relax, make sure you comment, though. Commenting is the way you're going to be in with a chance of winning. And lovely Maria in the background, she will be choosing some winners towards the end of Helen's demonstration, so stay tuned. And I think, Helen, maybe, are you almost ready for us?
Yes, I'm almost ready. I'm unpacking everything. And
She's almost ready. A couple more things actually I need to mention to you. We have got some amazing Cricut bundles over on Craft Stash. Make sure you check those out. I was actually looking on a social platform I won't admit to looking on because it's for the younger people. And do you know what? Cricut has been one of the most searched items and the most tagged craft items for the last few weeks. So it's really becoming a very popular tool, so make sure you check out that. And if you've ever been thinking about maybe purchasing a Cricut, now is definitely the time to do it with the amazing deals that we've got at craftstash.co.uk. And Helen's been talking about her craft along that was this Wednesday just gone. I did the previous Wednesday. We've had them all through lockdown, this lockdown at least. The free craft alongs on a Wednesday. We have the lovely Claire Rowlands doing a colouring craft along. That is on Wednesday, I believe it's the 10th at 2 p.m. So she's going to be in our studio up north, nowhere near here, the other one, and she's going to be doing a really in-depth tutorial. We're going to get the cameras in really close to what she's doing so you can learn so much. She loves her alcohol pen. She's going to be showing us all of that and exactly how she gets those amazing details and amazing effects that she creates on her stamped images. And I do believe we're working on, if we don't have already, a free download that you can get on Craft World. You can then be joining in with Claire, colouring in the same image. If it's not there already, it will be very soon. Keep an eye out over the weekend, over the beginning part of next week, but that's Wednesday at 2 p.m. Set a date in your diary for that. Now, I think we're ready to come back to Helen, so let's see this first demonstration. I'm really excited.
Yes, okay, so I'm now ready, and we're going to be making the handbag, this teeny little handbag here. So here's the die set. As you can see, it's basically just a tinier version of the larger one with a different style flap at the front. Okay, so to make this bag, you're going to need to cut 2 of these, 1 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these, and then we have these little accents here. So okay. I've already cut out my 2. I'm going for, this is kind of like a copper satin mirror card.
Wow.
So I've got 2 of those, 1 of these, and it does the little slits as well for you to do the
that's handy.
The handle. It does that for you. It's going to be reverse, so we'll pop that there.
Of course. And
2 of those. So it's cut. These are the darts I was talking about, just like how you would in dressmaking.
Ah, yes.
Just like that.
So you make it look so easy, but you've said it was a bit of a headache.
Yes, but it was worth it. It was worth
Absolutely.
All of the hassle trying to work that out. And here we have the handle. I should have die cut 2 of those, unless I've lost one. I don't think so, but anyway, we'll be okay with just the one. So those are ready to go, and I've added my red tape onto all of my flaps as well, and I've run them through the machine.
Can I just ask, did you emboss and then die cut, or do it the other way round?
I die cut first and then I embossed them, because then I could fit most of these onto my sheet. So you could kind of go like this, and then put those through, and then just run the last one through last.
Oh, okay, lovely. Save time.
It does, yes. And then just add your tape afterwards. But try to remember to fold your score lines before you run it through, because it's easier to find them again.
Of course, yes, that makes sense. Top tip from Helen now. I need a little top tip button to put a little ding up.
Ding. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you how to do this effect here.
Oh, wow.
This is craft cardstock, just a plain ordinary craft cardstock, and I'm going to be using Distress Ink Vintage Photo by Tim Holtz.
One of my favourites.
Yes. I think I might need a refill soon.
I just bring it out all the time. It's one of those colours that will just edge anything. Have you seen the new colour, Helen?
Oh, yes, it's a lovely pink, isn't it?
Yes, it's a flamingo pink. It is beautiful.
Ah, that's what it's called. Okay, so I'm going to do some Distress Ink onto the green side, the colour side. You can experiment with which side you want to do. I've tried both. Oops, and in my tutorial that I made for this, I put the ink on this side. But since then, I've discovered I prefer it on the coloured side.
Okay, so
rub it all over.
Look at that. So that will then go into the grooves, will it? That ink?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Had to double check there. It's like, yeah, that's in the groove. Okay, so what we need to do now is turn it round, because normally you'd place your piece of card there, and then you'd close it up. Okay, so we're going to do that.
So
try not to let it migrate. Have we still got picture?
Yeah, no, you're fine. Don't worry. I was going to read out a few comments while we're watching you do that.
Okay, so I'm going to run this through the machine.
Lovely. So Deborah said this way you can actually pick and choose which part of the embossing folder you're using on your pieces as well. Sandy said that looks more like real leather by blending the Distress Ink on it. Pam has treated herself to the embossing folder, and now she wants the handbag die as well. Everyone's loving this, Helen.
Oh, that's good. I really like it when something really takes off and you can just feel the excitement.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here we have, ta-da!
Oh, look at that. That is just amazing. That is beautiful. Do you know what? I've just had an idea. Now, if you really like luxury, could you do this, Helen? I might be wrong. Could you put embossing ink on the folder, do the same, but then put powder into the groove so you have like gold running in?
Ooh, I think I might have to try that.
Yeah, maybe try it and let us know.
Yes, okay. So I'm going to clean this later. Otherwise, I'll be getting some surprises next time I use it.
Yes.
My cloth is kind of buried under stuff, so otherwise I would clean that straight away before I forget.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put our little sandwich together again. Okay. Moving on to the bag. My wire keeps getting in the way.
Oh, is that your headphones?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I need to get a special hook so it behaves itself.
You know what we say as crafters?
Double there. So, is it too bright? Is my camera too bright?
No, it's fine.
Because it's quite reflective. So
yeah, it's just a mirror card, isn't it?
I think this is the satin, so it's not too shiny.
It's probably better because you've got the embossing on there. Actually, you probably lose a little bit of the shine.
You can see the detail.
Yeah, it's amazing.
See, I would have made this out of rose gold, but I ran out. So we move on to the copper.
Oh, rose gold is beautiful. What brand of mirror card is that?
This is Crafter's Companion. It's from their metals range. I have no idea whether it's still in stock. It's their precious metals.
Okay, there we go. If anyone's wondering, because we usually get comments, and there's so many comments at the minute, I really can't keep up with them all.
So yeah, you get a lovely selection of glitter cards. You get adhesive glitter card. I did not know that. That's what happens when you don't read the label. Okay, so we also get matte mirror card and ordinary mirror card as well. So
lovely.
I'm going to be delving in there looking for that self-adhesive one. Maybe I've already used it on something.
You probably have without realising.
Yeah, we'll find out. Okay, so I've taken off the sticky backing on the side gusset here, and I'm going to adhere it onto this side here, onto the side of the bag. And I'm going to be using red tape for this because it's a shiny it's a shiny surface,
Yes,
so glue,
of
I'll be there
course.
forever.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to be joining everything together. Also using the red tape really speeds it up, as you can see.
Absolutely, very, very quick.
Nicely sped up. So you need to do this in this particular order because of the darts, because it's going to be, when you do the darts, I'll explain why. When you do the darts, it changes the shape of the box on the side.
Yes.
As you can see, it creates a curve, and that can be really hard to get the sides attached properly if it's already curved. So we'll do everything flat at the moment, and then we'll create the shape afterwards.
It's quite funny. We're getting the images stalling occasionally, and then we're getting you running through at fast speed while it catches up every now and then.
Oh gosh, it must be the connection.
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? As soon as we can have you back in the studio, Helen, we will.
Oh gosh, it's been over a year, I think, since I was up north. I mean, I've been to visit you, but
yes.
You know.
Oh wow!
I'm looking forward to seeing everyone.
It'll be lovely. I mean, so many people. I just miss having someone with me on these Friday lives. I'm sure everyone else does too. You can't beat being side by side, can you? But we're doing the best we can to bring you inspiration as much as possible. We haven't missed any Fridays yet, I don't think, with the exception of Christmas Day. Please forgive me. We did have Christmas Day off.
that was a Friday, wasn't it?
That was, yes.
Okay, so here's the handle. I'm going to put that on last. Okay, I can see here. Yeah, I can see it. It froze. Yeah, I'm kind of watching, and then it speeds up. Yeah, I've just witnessed it.
It's quite funny, isn't it? It's quite funny. But we're getting the idea. We can certainly see, and I'm sure you'll be putting lots of tutorial videos on Craft World for us, so we can see.
Yes, there's one currently for this one. It was out yesterday on the Craft Stash YouTube channel, but the same one will be going out on my own channel as well. But I've filmed tutorials for everything here.
Lovely.
Okay, so I'm going to fold over. I've turned this over now, and I've folded it over here. So then I can turn this over and join this together.
Oh, there we go. So lining up is really easy. You're just folding it in half, aren't you?
Exactly. So instead of trying to kind of create a round and do it that way, just hold it down flat. And because it's all the dimensions are there, it just works.
Perfect.
Okay.
Easy.
So now we have this very awkward square box, and now we can work on our dart. So I definitely would say you need a glue gun for this.
Okay.
So I'm just going to add a bit of glue just to the dart just there. I think a bit too much came out, and then you just push it in and then hold it.
By the way, everybody, we do have the Sizzix glue gun and stand back in stock at an amazing price. I saw that come in on my emails. I think it was this morning from Craft Stash. If you don't get the Craft Stash emails, definitely sign up. It's once a day, first thing in the morning. You get an update as to all the offers for that day. It's brilliant. It means that you're not going to miss out. You're not going to go along and find things out of stock because you've only realised 3 days later that they're there. So definitely go onto the Craft Stash website. Make sure you sign up for those emails. Things like this glue gun has been out of stock. Everyone's been waiting for it, and now it's back. You could be the first one there to get it.
It's my favourite. It's my favourite glue gun. Even my husband steals it.
No.
He was putting wires out the front of the house a couple of weeks ago. He's like, "Need your glue gun."
Oh, blimey. Wow. So it's all around the house then.
Exactly. And then my son snapped our shower curtain pole in half. So he's like,
okay,
"Can I have your glue gun again?"
I'm not going to ask how he managed to snap that in half. It's hanging off a bit.
Yeah, he's swinging like a monkey, I think. On the curtains. We've got a new shower curtain now as well, so that's all been repaired, and the glue gun stopped the bend in the middle. It put it all back together again nicely.
They are very, very handy. And this Sizzix one is my glue gun of choice also. We are, of course, we are going off piste, but I've been looking at the comments coming through. Lots of people also love this glue gun and love having the emails coming through to them as well each day.
Yes,
They're not.
I like to have a look as well.
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it? Because it's not we're not getting 5 a day. It's 1 a day. You know that it's going to be there first thing in the morning with all those deals. It's brilliant. Who did I just see has just joined us? Rena Ha. She said, "Oh, I overslept, missed some. Don't worry, you can catch up. Rena will be on YouTube. We'll still be on Facebook and Craft World, of course, to replay." She's got 7 inches of snow from yesterday, and it's 10. She says 10 below here, so I'm guessing that's minus 10. Wow, that's cold. But I want to be there.
Scotland.
Oh, I just love. I love the wintry weather. Like I say, the snow coming this weekend. I'm so excited for.
I think we're going to build an igloo. We said.
Oh.
We need all four of us to help.
Oh, definitely. That's lovely family time.
Okay, so I've now popped in the little side flaps. They do like to be on the outside when you're assembling, and then you just got to pop them on the inside. So I'm going to add a bit of glue just to the center of each one, and then a line of glue across the top here. So I'm just doing a quick dry run just to show you, because you have to be quick because it's wet glue or hot glue, and it cools down really fast. And quickly run that across there. There we go.
Have you got any tips for using hot glue with this? If you do put glue in the wrong place, what would you do?
I'd leave it to dry and then try and peel it off, especially if it's a shiny cardstock like this. And I can see here on some of my darts, a little bit of glue has oozed out, but I didn't touch it. Obviously, I would have burnt myself.
Yeah.
But I didn't touch it. I'm going to leave it for later.
Okay.
I've just touched it on the inside, though.
Inside's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so just grab a pair of scissors, nice sharp ones, and if you do get any that come out, just go across your dart like that, and you can just trim off that glue if anything comes out. So wait for it to dry fully.
Yes.
And then go across, and then you can just trim that off. And that's the same with any sort of wet glue, I think. Okay, so that is now dried. So again, I'm going to carry on with my wet glue with my handle. So I have here 2 score lines on each end. Grab a bone folder. Use that curve.
While you're just doing that, I've just seen a comment. I want to read it out before I lose it because there's so many coming in. Sarah Mel Nelson has said, those hats would look amazing attached to a hairband or a clip.
Yes.
For a wedding or something. Oh, and everyone's sort of, yes, their mind's working overtime now.
Yes, so my thought is at Christmas time, make a different style hat for everyone.
Yeah, yes.
Then you can pop a little gift in it as well if you make it into a gift.
Oh, that would be lovely. Oh, I'm really excited for Christmas this year.
It saves those using those cracker hats, because they never fit me. They always look rubbish on me. So
yeah, I have to
hook
them on my ears and then usually clip them at the back. I've got a really small head. They fall down.
Okay, I'm just going for my Velcro bits and bobs now. So I started off with 100 of these. That's all I've got left.
That's all you've got left. So you must have made a lot. Are these all for bags? Is that what you'd use them for?
Yeah, it's all mostly for bags, I think. All my Simply Made samples. I've made that many.
Wow. Oh wow.
Okay, so I've just chopped it in half because it does help with not going through them so fast. So I also use these on some of my gift boxes so I can close them down flat as well. Okay, so we have the gussets here. It's a lovely tall triangle here that just adds to the shape on the side. So you can have this going outwards if you want to make a wider bag like that.
Lovely. Okay.
Or you can have it going inwards like that. So I've just added the Velcro here. The trick is to get it in the right place and then try and peel it off.
Right, I see. Yes.
I'll show you.
Yeah, so it lines up perfectly.
Yes, and then you can just press down the adhesive so that it doesn't come off. So I'm just lining up the score line here and here to make sure that my flap is completely on straight. I'm just pressing down gently on there. If I press too hard, I will bend the box.
Of course, absolutely. That's gorgeous.
Carefully lifting that up. And now I can press these down.
Lovely. We've got super speedy Helen there.
Oh no.
We are getting the gist of it. We can see you in stages. It's almost like a step-by-step tutorial where we're seeing photo steps rather than a video. But like I say, there's so many video tutorials you've done for Craft Stash already, so you're going to be able to see everything being made one way or another anyway over on Craft Stash on the product pages, also on the YouTube channel as well. Helen, we're going to pop over. I mean, that is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for showing us that. I can see how much work went into designing it to get those little tucks just perfect. Really, really good job. I'm just going to whip through the new collection, new product again. So I'll let you get some. You've got a second demonstration, haven't you?
I do. We're going to be making a hat.
Oh, lovely. Okay, I'll let you see if your camera will play nice as well. I don't know what. Maybe it just needs a little bit of love.
I'll have a fiddle. I think it's more or less the connection.
It's probably, yeah. Okay, but thank you so much for that. So, do you want to see this beautiful collection in its entirety while Helen prepares herself for the next demonstration? Come on down to my desk because I've got it all here and I cannot wait. As soon as we have finished this live, I am going to be having a play. And my mind is whirring with all of the ideas that Helen has given us. So the first thing I want to show you is the stamp set. Now the stamp set is the free gift today. So if you are purchasing over £25 worth of the Simply Made Crafts A Grand Day Out collection, this is going to jump straight into your basket for £0.0. It's automatic there, so really, really handy. That is absolutely beautiful as well. And one thing it does go with, which I believe is at the bottom, is the die set. So the die set, these dies will perfectly cut out the banners, the tickets and the frames that are in here so you can have your perfect sentiments there. So they go really well together. So I definitely recommend, if you've notched up enough money in your basket for this to be added, make sure you pop this in as well for a few more pounds. We've got the Loaf Tin box die set. Now, Helen was describing this to us earlier and saying how perfect this would be for putting things like little cookies in, some scones maybe, or homemade treats like that. We have the Mock Croc A4 embossing folder. Now, people have been going a little bit crazy on the comments for these large embossing folders, particularly this pattern. It's amazing. It looks absolutely stunning. Then we have the hat box die set. Helen was showing us how her hats fit beautifully inside the hat box. Of course, you need a hat box to store everything perfectly. We have the Where Did You Get That Hat? Which is absolutely, now I think about it, if you're at a ladies' day or something, that's probably the most said thing, isn't it? Where did you get that hat? Well, you can now say you made it with this die set, and I believe this may be the set that Helen's going to be using next, so stay tuned for that. We have the picnic basket additions as well. So this is going to be in addition to your picnic basket. Again, Helen has got really detailed tutorials on Craft Stash and on the YouTube channel as well for how to use everything in this collection. We've got another A4 embossing folder. I love this idea of having these as A4 so you can really get so much done all at once. And the basket weave is beautiful. It's going to go perfect with the picnic basket and with that loaf tin as well. This is probably my favourite die set of the entire collection, and we saw this being used on that hat that Helen showed us right at the very beginning, like the steampunk hat. Really stunning elements here. So steampunk additions die set, but it won't only go with the hats, of course. It will go with lots of the other collections that Helen's brought us to, and of course many other things that you've got in your stash already. We have Putting On My Top Hat die set. So this is the top hat that had these elements added to it that we saw at the beginning. Not the slanted one that Helen's going to show us in a minute. This is a different one. This is the gentleman's one. But of course you can decorate them any way you want to. This is the handbag die that Helen just used. So she's just shown us that in that beautiful copper colour. Wasn't it stunning? And didn't it come together really easily as well? You can see how much work she put into designing. And for me, the very best part of the entire collection has got to be the paper pack. This is stunning. You can see from the front sheet there all of the beautiful designs. We are looking at 12 by 12s at 250 GSM, and they are beautiful. I don't know how many different words I can find for amazical. Amazing, beautiful, stunning, adorable, gorgeous, all of the above. Look at those watercolour flowers. They are just so pretty, and you do get 2 of each. They are single-sided, so you don't need to choose which one to use. Okay, Helen. Now we haven't got long, but we'll hang around for as long as you need us. Are you ready for us to come back to you now?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic.
So,
I'm excited for this.
Okay. Am I on screen?
You are, yes, we're here.
Okay, lovely. Okay, so I've got everything cut out, ready to go, just to make it nice and easy, but I do have to make one cut. So this is the die set here. So this is going to make the side of your hat, and then you have a choice of 2 options. I always tend to go for the larger one. I find that works better for the top. And if you want to decorate the inside, this oval here will be for the inside of the hat, but you may have to trim it down slightly because occasionally this wrap here can kind of go in a bit of an off oval sort of shape.
Okay.
So just trim this down to your size. And then we have 2 choices here for the base of the hat.
Wow.
So you can have a lovely oval one. Do I have an example of an oval? Yes, I do. Here is the oval one.
Oh, that is so elegant.
It really does change the look of the hat there.
It does.
Then we also have the circle one, the circle base as well. So the circle base is the one that's going to fit inside the hat box.
The box, perfect.
So,
as does the top hat.
Set, as does the top hat as well. So
lovely. You've thought of everything.
It's all got to work together, otherwise, things are going to be different sizes, so you can get more creative when everything does go together. Okay, so I've done all my cutting apart from one of the sides, so I'm just going to grab that die set. Okay, I'm making a mess again.
It looks
everywhere.
It looks really clean and tidy from what we can see anyway.
Okay, so I've got my flowers already made.
Lovely.
So I've used my peony die set, so I've just delved straight into my other die set. So this is the Ultimate Peony and Leaf die set. Some of you may have this from its launch in the summer last year, and I've used speciality like floral crepe paper.
Okay.
And this is, I think it's from Rico Designs. It's available at Craft Stash as well.
Lovely. Is that stretchy then, or how?
It is. This is like the special Italian-made stuff.
Oh, lovely.
It's not your ordinary crepe paper. If you did this to ordinary crepe paper, it would tear. Whereas this stuff, it stretches. Can you see that? You can.
Yes, so you can shape it, I guess, really easily.
You can shape it into your petals like that. If you did that to ordinary crepe paper, it would tear.
Yeah, of course. So
it's
definitely
lovely and sturdy. So I've made 2 of the 2 lovely flowers I'm going to decorate the hat with. I'll set those aside. Those are the finishing touches. And again, in the peony set, you get these leaves as well. So I'm going to do a bit of inking. So I better get that ready as well. I forgot about that. I'm going to use a brush, and I'm going to use one of my tiny little Memento ink pads. So we'll set that aside.
Okay.
There. Okay. I like to run through everything that I'm doing so you kind of don't get lost.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I have 2 bases here from the circle one. So one from the pattern paper, one from pink cardstock. This is Hunky Dory Adorable Scoreable Matte in Salmon.
Lovely. Thank you. That's very informative.
Okay, so I've cut one out already from the patterned paper. One from the pattern paper of the larger of the ovals, and I've just cut this out here ready for me to die cut. So this is going to be the inside of the box, so we're going to be making the gift box version of this. So let's hope this runs through properly, because during my craft along this got stuck.
Yes, it did, but Mr. G got it out. He fixed it.
Yes, Mr. G had a fight with it to get it out, but he got it out.
Did you work out what it was?
No, we couldn't find out what it was.
No.
It just came out that it left a line across there, but we'll find out if my Big Shot still works, because I haven't tested it since.
Oh no!
But it sounds like it's cutting.
It looks okay. We'd never have known.
It got stuck here.
Oh no!
At the end there, so I was able to put out my die cut.
Oh, that's good.
It worked. Yay!
Yay!
Went through. Let's get rid of that. There we go.
Everyone's loving that crepe paper.
Yes, it's lovely. There's some different. There's 2 sorts of Rico crepe paper on the website. Make sure you go for the floral one. It's basically by Paper Poetry. This is the ordinary crepe paper. As you can see, it does tear. It's the long one.
Okay. So
And
Rico Design, I was using a lot of Rico Design in my craft along that I did a couple of weeks ago.
Ah, okay.
That flowers. What is that? Is that paper or?
This is ordinary crepe paper.
Right. Okay.
From the same brand,
Mhm.
and then they also have another collection by the same brand, Rico. And I've kept this is the sleeve for this.
Right.
one here.
Sorry, I thought that was a pattern paper.
Oh, this?
No,
This
no,
is-
the wrap, the band for the lilac.
Okay, I'm with you now.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm watching on a tiny screen because obviously I'm doing all the scene changes and things, so I
there
can
we
see
go.
now.
So what you want out of the 2 crepe papers available on the site is the shorter one.
Okay. And it clearly says flowers, doesn't it?
And it says flowers, yes. So this is lovely. I think there's a pink version of this as well.
Beautiful.
There's a couple that are out of stock, so I'm really hoping that we can get all of those colours back in, because I just want to make a massive bouquet of flowers. So
Lovely.
they work perfectly with the peony die set as well. So I'll be doing another tutorial on how to make those peonies.
I've got a question for you, Helen, regarding your hat die.
Yeah.
So Sandy has asked, could you cut 1.5mm wool felt with these dies if you use fabric stabilizer to stiffen it up?
On some of my dies, back probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I had some dies that were with Simply Cards and Paper Craft. It was like a car and a house. I decided to make some fuzzy felt, and it did run through my big shot if I run it through 4 times, backwards and forwards, and then it cut through. So it was quite, I think it was round about a millimetre thick felt. So it did go through. You just got to be patient running it through a few times.
Yeah, so I've always cut felt with a metal shim. So you're cutting against the metal shim. So you've got the dye, the wool, and then the metal shim. So if you've got a thin metal shim, was it Sandy? Try that as well. It may work. They're made for cutting fabric.
That would definitely work.
That would be good though, Sandy. If you do that, if you do manage to do that, then definitely send us a photo. We'd love to see it.
Okay, so I have my 2 sides here now.
Okay.
And we're going to work with, normally I would work on the inside of the box first and then do the outside. But for this one, I'm going to work on the outside first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for the outside, we don't need the teeth at the bottom.
Okay.
So I'm going to cut that off. You can use paper trimmer for this. I'm just going to bend them because it does do the score line. That's going to help me get the straight line.
Of course, but you said you could use a paper trimmer for that edge at least.
Yes, you could, because this side here is going to be curved. So on the top one, we're going to take off the top teeth.
Okay.
And if you just wanted to make an ordinary hat, you can literally just use the whole panel, and you only have to cut one, and it just makes a hat.
Right. Okay. You make it look so easy.
You'd definitely get a straighter line if you used a paper trimmer. Okay, so you'll notice on this tab here on the end, there's no score line.
Right.
That is because it would most definitely create a funny shaped circle or oval.
You'd almost get a point, wouldn't you, I think?
You would, yes. That's not the look we're going for here.
No.
So we've, on all of the hat box and the other hat die, we've left the score line off there because you don't need it. It would literally get in the way. Okay, so I'm just going to press that down. That's going to get rid of all the air bubbles.
Good old red liner tape again.
Yep, so I do have a bit of overlap there, so I'm just going to press that down. And then all we have to do is just join those up. There we go. That is the outside of our box.
Lovely. And that's a nice smooth finish there, isn't it, where that's joined?
Yes, it is. Okay, so what we do now is we fold all of these down. You can do this first before you pop it together.
And did you say there's score lines there?
Yes, there's score lines there as well.
Makes it so much easier, doesn't it?
It does, yes. So it doesn't cause all that funny sort of bending that you can get. Okay.
I'm just loving watching these come together. I'm mesmerised. Sorry if I go quiet, everybody. I'm still here.
That's okay. Okay, so this needs to go from a circle to an oval. So the easiest way I've discovered how to do this or worked out is to kind of hold it like that. So we have the seam here, just there, and we're going to squeeze it like that. And just another dry run. I have my largest of the ovals here. And that is going to fit on the top. So I'm going to glue it across the top here first, add some glue at the bottom, and then I'll have the sides to do last. But I'm going to keep it in that pinched position to get it in the right shape while I put that on. So I'm just gauging how far I need to pinch. I need to pinch that far. And I'm just going to add hot glue along here. And then I'm going to be quick now.
I'm just thinking, if I was going to make lots of these, I think what I'd do is I'd use one of those ovals to cut into a piece of chipboard, cut an oval shape with a craft knife. I'd use it as a template, and then that would almost act as like a holder for your paper to sit into that oval shape.
Yes.
Does that make sense? You could sit it into the chipboard or something like that, maybe, and use that over and over again.
I've just glued the bottom where the seam is, and that is creating that curve.
Lovely.
There.
That's really pretty.
So just take your time here. I'm rushing. I'm not rushing, but I have 50% concentration because I'm concentrating on other things like talking.
That's fine. We've
like
gone
that,
back
so.
to having you as little step-by-step photos again anyway.
Oh, am I? Let me see if I can reset it.
That's okay. It's not too bad yet. She'll be back in just a second. There we go. She's back.
I'm back.
You're moving.
Okay, so hopefully that might have helped.
You're moving.
Okay, so I now have these loose flaps either end now, so we can just get the glue gun in, or you can go in with your wet glue. But
would you recommend a glue gun if you've got one, though?
Yes, definitely. It will be your friend for this, definitely.
Brilliant.
So push those in. Unless it burns you, then you might not consider it a friend.
I think we've all done that. If you own a glue gun, it's just one of those things, unfortunately. But you can call yourself a real crafter once you've done that.
It's necessary, I think, sometimes.
So Belinda has said, right, she's decided. Both hats, the mock croc embossing folder it is. Oh, and maybe the hat box. So she's not decided at all. She's still deciding.
Okay, so we've got the outer wrap now. This is going to be the lid. So now we can work on the inner wrap. So we need to keep the teeth on here. So let's give those a fold. It's easier to kind of bend them over just like that first.
Okay. So Pam Peach has said it's almost like being there watching this expert crafter. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Natalie Lewis has said she loves her glue gun, but it's definitely not her friend.
The love-hate relationship.
Absolutely.
What it is, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut off the teeth off the top section.
Okay.
The curved section. And you can always watch this on replay if you want to do this again when you get the set at home.
Yes.
But there is a tutorial for this exact demonstration out as well, so that will be out on the Craft Stash website.
Lovely.
On the product page for this, and also on the Craft Stash YouTube channel over the next week, and also on my channel as well, Helen Griffin UK.
Lovely.
So they'll be everywhere. They'll be on my website as well, helengriffin.co.uk. So
you're going to find inspiration everywhere
for
these.
Different places. Yeah, so there's 4 different places you can find those.
And I believe it's your turn to have your blog post featured up on Craft World on Monday, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And we're going to be making these flowers.
Yes, exciting. So looking forward to that, because I think flower forming, flower making is something that often baffles people. So make sure you tune into craftworld.com to see that. And plus there's demonstrations, there's tutorials, there's videos, there's step-by-step posts, there's inspiration from many of our celebrity crafters every day, week, month over there, plus thousands of other crafters too, sharing inspiration. Sorry, Helen, I get carried away when we talk about Craft World.
It's okay, so we're going to move on now. So I have the outside box there. I'm going to turn it upside down. I have the seam here at the bottom.
Okay.
So the top of the bridge, I guess it's like a bridge. The top of the bridge is going to match with this one. So what we're going to do is just turn it round with the teeth at the bottom and fit that inside with your red tape there on the inside so it can catch.
Okay. I think your tongue's probably out right now while you're concentrating.
It might be.
Because mine almost is. I'm trying to concentrate for you.
So you just have to concentrate here, and then what you do is you line everything up. So I'm hoping I got that in the right place. I'm just trying to get all of the sides touching the bottom. There is a bit of an overlap there, so I'm just going to pop that in there. I have it misaligned, that's what it is. I need to go round. There we go. There we go. Okay, so it should look something like that. So basically, I can see where it lines up. This tooth here lines up with this tooth, so they overlap.
Okay, perfect.
So make sure your score line continues straight.
Yes, of course.
Might look a little bit funny here with the overlap because this wrap has to be smaller.
Right.
Okay, so I'm just going to add a bit of wet glue actually. I'm going to move on to Cosmic Shimmer now because I only added the red tape to that tab there, so this one doesn't have anything on it, so I'm just going to add some glue.
Of course, that's not got to hold as such, has it? You've got the red line tape holding it secure.
That's
so
right. This is blocked, so I've moved over to the wet glue.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
the hot glue.
The hot glue. Okay, so I have a double tab here now, so I'm just going to lift up the top one like that, and I'm going to chop off the bottom one. So you have to kind of move some of these out of the way. There we go. So I now have a single tab again.
Rena's said how much easier it is to make these when you get it home to do your own once you've seen you make it.
Okay, so these teeth, these tabs or teeth, they kind of remind me of teeth.
Yeah, they are.
But,
they are.
This is what's going to pop it. I'll start again. This is what's going to attach the hat to the base.
Lovely.
So the easiest way to do it is to pop this inside your hat, line up your seams so that they're in the right place. That should give you
look at that, perfect,
the right shape. So this is where sometimes your hat can take a funny sort of oval shape because it's really hard to kind of get it exact around the top and the bottom. That's just the nature of trying to match up the shapes. So we have the extra oval die here. So the smaller one would be what you would use to line the inside and the bottom, but you will have to trim it down just to get the perfect shape. Okay, brilliant. So my glue is blocked up at the moment.
Is it warm in there?
No, I think I forgot to put the lid on the last time I used it.
Oh, come on, I was giving you some excuses.
Oh yeah, it's really hot. No, it is actually not too bad. It's 24 degrees. It's
nice.
It's pretty warm. It's because I've got my computer on. The sun's blaring in half the room, so it heats things up a bit.
Leslie Sharp has said the papers are the prettiest she's seen in a long time. Well done, Helen. I think, absolutely. I adore it. Jennifer said it looks strange without my guest beside me in the studio, but it's better to be safe. Absolutely, that's why we're doing this.
We're still able to talk together as well as if we're in the same room, so it feels completely natural, to be honest. It doesn't feel weird at all.
No, not at all. I mean, I still feel as if I've seen Helen. I've just haven't picked you up from the train station or anything, but but I've seen you. I've had a chat with you.
Okay, so that is now glued on, and on the bottom you can put another piece of pattern paper. You can turn this into a hat easel card.
Lovely.
I'm going to glue that on. We're almost done now with this demonstration, so I just need to add my flowers as well. Got to have the flowers. So let's pop that on.
Sandy has said she'd use the hat dyes to make lanterns with her kindergarten kids. Just turn the shape upside down and use see-through paper for the sides and decorate as wish. That's really fun. It's a lovely idea. Now I think Helen's frozen just a moment, just as she's finishing the hat off. Can you still hear us, Helen? No, I think we're frozen. So I think what we'll do is, while Helen's camera just catches up so we can just see the very last finishing touches that she's doing, I have some winners to announce. So 3 people are going to win a selection of A Grand Day Out by Helen. So we've got the first winner from Facebook, and that is Rosalind Armour. I love that name, very posh name. Well done to Rosalind. I hope you're still watching. Please make sure you message us and we can get that out to you. We've then got from YouTube, we've got Mrs. Alabama. So congratulations to you as well. And lastly, from Craft World, we have got Kate Adele. So Kate is also a winner. So congratulations to you. That, of course, will be a handle as such. So that way, if you'll know if you're at Kate Adele, that might be your middle name actually. Looks like we may have lost Helen, unfortunately. We did so well. We did an hour and 10 minutes with her connected, but sadly she has now gone. The connection's finally given up. But you've seen the whole collection. You've seen some of the amazing things that Helen has been creating. I'm sure Helen will be able to pop over onto the Craft World page and just share a photo of that finished hat box for us. Don't forget, of course, you can now pop over to craftworld.com. I've mentioned Craftworld lots throughout this live. If you're not already watching over there, you're watching on another platform, pop over and you could be in with a chance of winning one more huge prize. Okay, you'll see the prize when you get over there. It'll be on the home screen. Just click into the box and you'll have all the details there. And if you're not already a member, it's completely free to join up. Okay, last thing I need to mention is Wednesday. We have the lovely Claire Rowlands. I mentioned her earlier. She is doing a craft along. That is on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Make that note in your diary. If you've ever wondered about colouring in your stamped images, she's going to do a masterclass tutorial craft along. So you're going to be able to be keeping crafting through lockdown with Claire. She's our final one scheduled at the moment, but do you know what? If we're staying in lockdown, we're going to get more people in. We're going to keep on with these craft alongs for free every Wednesday. So we'll see what happens over the coming weeks. But definitely join Claire at 2 o'clock on Wednesday. Thank you. I will go and thank Helen for joining us in a moment. We'll try and reconnect with her. Thank you all for joining us as well. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. For those of you who have purchased the new collection, you're going to absolutely love it. And don't forget, you can see that inspiration on the Craft Stash YouTube channel and, of course, also on Craft World. And the product pages, if you're browsing, there's often videos posted on there, so keep an eye on those too. Congratulations to everybody who won also, and I will see you next week. So the next live I have will be What's Hot on Tuesday, so I'll see you then. Have a fantastic weekend and enjoy the snow, everybody who does get it.